bitachon means to have trust in Hashem. Just like a person would tell his employee, he would tell his friend who he trusts, can you take care of something XYZ for me? And once you tell them, you feel like it's considered done. You're not thinking about it anymore. You have peace of mind already. You can forget about it. So therefore, that's how a person should be with Hashem also. That if he knows Hashem's taking care of his parnasah, taking care of his health, taking care of his all his endeavors, so you have to trust Hashem and not worry, and therefore consider it done. Hashem knows what He's doing. He should have a peace of mind, and that's a real sign of bitachon. He says, however, what's the problem? Why do people not have this bitachon? He says, he says, in Sheva, there are 7 criteria that a person can theoretically think of why I should put my trust in human beings and not in Kadosh Baruch Hu. Chas v'shalom. He says, "Achad min ha'chamim ha'chemla ba'ava." He says that, for example, a person can put trust in a person, and from these the things that a person could put trust in another person, how much more so we should go and put our trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu if the things that we see in other people that we will see they also apply to Hashem. He says, for example, he says compassion, pity, love, all these things that humans have one for another, how much more so HaKadosh Baruch Hu has this for us. He says, for example, if your friend is not your friend, let's say, he's your relative, you ask him, please, I'm going to come to Israel, can you pick me up? Can you go and take me here, take me there? So when you show up, you're not going to be nervous. You're going to trust. And you're going to say, I know, I trust him. He's my family. He's going to show up. I'm not going to have to get a taxi. So therefore, a person has to realize HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He loves us more than our family loves us. He has mercy on us more than our family would have mercy on us. So how much more so we should trust Him, just like we trust our family. He says, another reason why we trust people is is that the provider, in addition to the love He has for the one who is placing trust in Him, he's not, we know He's not a lazy person, we know He's going to try, we know He's going to put an effort. Right? If you usually have a person you rely on because he's not lazy, because he usually delivers, he's consistent, so that also definitely applies to Hashem. Hashem is not lazy. Hashem doesn't get tired. Hashem is always consistent. Hashem always delivers. And not one day that Hashem, said, I'm running late, and He didn't pull out the sun. He didn't make the world go round. He always delivered. So therefore, this is another reason why a person should have bitachon on Hashem. He says the third is that sheyeh hazak lo yinutzach ba'asher chafetz. Right, the person has to be powerful. Usually people only rely on people who have a lot of abilities, who are very strong. And then nobody can stop him. You don't usually want to go to a low-level employee. You want to go to the CEO. You want to go to the higher up. You want to go to the person who's in charge in order to get the favor done. Right? So the same thing applies to Kadosh Baruch Hu. Kadosh Baruch Hu, He should know nobody can stop Him. If He wants it to happen, it will happen. It's not like He has to answer to anybody. So therefore, that's even more of a reason to trust in Him. He says the fourth reason is, He says He knows all the ways which the one who placed in trust can benefit. He says of a person who you usually trust, he knows what's good for you, and he's going to go to do the extra things on the way also to do it for you. And he knows that you only rely on him because you know what's best. The person who trusts in another human being usually trusts when, this guy, he's a good guy, don't worry, he'll take care of you. You just tell him, make me a party, he knows what to bring, he shows up, he brings extra things you even ask him for. So the person has to realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is like this as well, even more so. Hashem knows what you want. He knows in your heart what you feel. He knows what you need for your neshama, for your tikkun. He knows where you need to be. He knows what you need more than you know what you need. So therefore, such a person, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for sure you should trust because he has this as well. Hamishit, and the fifth one, is in order to get somebody's trust completely, the provider has to do what? He has to be able to manage this trust his entire life. That he has to be able to really be a person who gains your trust. You have to have it for a long time. and you have to be delivering for over in the person's entire life. So therefore, once you have this by a person, this also applies to HaKadosh Baruch Hu as well, that a person can rely on Hashem for all the things he did. If a person looks back on his life, on all the things Hashem did, and how many times he trusted it, how many times he delivered, this for sure also applies to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So therefore, a person should constantly remind himself that at the end of the day, Hashem knows everything that's really good for you. And also, He loves you and He wants to do the best for you. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu pays attention to all our needs. And He has tremendous pity on us, compassion on us. Plus, He delivered us for us yesterday. He will deliver us for us today as well. So therefore, that's why my father used to tell me, don't worry about too much about Parnassah. The God who fed you yesterday, He will feed you today. If He gave you yesterday, why can't He give you today? So therefore, a person has to know that also we can't plan too much, because we don't know what's going to be. We have to trust in Hashem. He says, why are you bothering me about tomorrow? I don't even know what I'm eating.